Hello, this is Tony the Tech, and today I will be going over how to replace an electric motor on your Hydromax boat lift. This is the unit we are talking about, a Hydromax 2. After it has been taken out of the plastic assembly, place your motor and pump assembly on an area where it is easy to work on. This is specifically a 3,800 pound boat lift. That's the electric motor that will need to be replaced. Start by removing the solenoid that is mounted to the motor. It is attached by two 10mm bolts. Use the appropriate socket, a 10mm on an extension. Set your ratchet to reverse. Loosen the bolts. Next, you will need your 13mm or 1/2 inch socket to disconnect the main power lead to the motor. Place your nut in a secure location. When removing the wire, take note which way the washers went. Flat washer went down first, followed by the lock washer. At this point, the rear cover assembly has already been removed by the two Phillips head bolts. Next, take your 10mm socket and remove the two 10mm nut or bolt heads on the back of the motor. This attaches the motor to the main pump assembly. With those removed, your motor will slide right off the pump. Please note the collar that connects the motor to the pump. The flat keyway end goes into the pump, and the star end goes onto the electric motor. Place that in a secure location. On reassembly, put the flat part of the collar back into the pump assembly with the star end facing out. Remove the two 10mm nuts on the back side of the electric pump motor. With the nuts removed and the bolts removed from the motor, under my thumb, place the electric motor onto the pump assembly. With that being lined up, reinstall your 10mm bolts. You will see specifically where the holes are once you line them up. With those tightened, now remove the new 13mm nut or 1/2 inch and your two washers. Place the electric wire, the main power wire, back onto the electric motor. Place your flat washer on, then your lock washer, and then reinstall your 13mm nut. Fully tighten this nut down. Next, please insert the rubber grommet into the top cap of the new cover over the electric motor. There will be a square cutout in the housing for it. Place your electric motor cover back over the end of the electric motor. Make sure you line up the two holes with the two threaded holes in the electric motor end. These are secured in by two Phillips head screws. Fully tighten these down. With the cover fully installed, it is now time to reinstall the solenoid. Make sure you put the small red electric wire back on the top solenoid bolt. I believe this acts as a ground. Once that is now installed, you can now test your electric bump. With everything resecured, you are now ready to use your Hydromax boat lift again.